everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm having a stream, just a hanging there chill chat, because I can't have one Saturday, so I decided let's hop in and do one stream today. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining. It's kind of hot shot tonight. It's crazy actually. I mean, last night I didn't even sleep with a blanket. Definitely the bush's summer is coming along. So it's getting nice and hot. Good to see you all here. So how are you doing? So tonight I was thinking we're just gonna have a little chill chat, and there's a video that I was thinking let's go through. Can maybe see what we can go through together, and it's got to do with debunking the flat earth. Top 10 reasons why we know the earth is round. So I was thinking, hey, why not go through and we can debunk their top 10 reasons together. It's from Minute Physics, and it's actually quite, I did see that it's quite very badly arguments I'd say. Because I mean, think about it, the arguments they're going to give, you're going to see it's quite, if a person actually doesn't actually know how to debunk flat earth, is going to say these arguments. So yeah, I think let's go to it and see what we can get going with that. Okay, and I'm back. I don't know why. I just go back on OBS and I see I was offline. I don't know why that happened. Sorry guys. It just went offline for some odd reason. But I am back. Let's see if I can get back on track where we were. Hopefully. Yeah, let's go back to the number 8. Okay, number 8 is... Okay.
Number 8. The Coriolis effect means freely moving things like cannonballs or hurricane winds are deflected to the right, but only if you're north of the equator. If you're south of the equator, they're deflected left. Number 7.
They're deflected left. Like I was saying, there's a reason for this, and... well, it's very simple, the reason. Let me show you guys. I did make a video about this. It's deflected to the left and deflected to the right. Sit back and enjoy.
Innocent and devastating storm. Destruction everywhere in its path. What is this hurricane? How is it formed? Where does it come from? So won't you sit with me as we go into how hurricanes are formed.
I'm meteorologist Dave Osterberg, and now that we're into August and we're getting into the meat of the hurricane season, you can really expand the potential tropical cyclone genesis, meaning where do these storms form?
How do hurricanes form? This is taken from the National Ocean Service. Warm ocean waters and thunderstorms fuel power-hungry hurricanes. Hurricanes form over the ocean after beginning as a tropical wave, a low-pressure area that moves through the moisture-rich tropics, possibly enhancing showers and thunderstorm activity. What are the recipes for a hurricane? Well, whipping up a hurricane calls for a number of ingredients readily available in a tropic area. A pre-existing weather disturbance, a hurricane often starts out as a tropical wave. Warm water at least 26.5 degrees Celsius over a depth of 50 meters powers the storm. Thunderstorm activity, thunderstorms turn ocean heat into hurricane fuel. Low wind shear, a large difference in wind speed and direction around or near the storm can weaken it. Mix it all together and you've got a hurricane. Maybe even when all these factors come together, a hurricane doesn't always develop. Hurricanes are powerhouse weather events that suck heat from the tropical waters to fuel their fury. These violent storms over the ocean often begin as a tropical wave, a low-pressure area that moves through the moisture-rich tropics, possibly enhancing a shower and thunderstorm activity. As this weather system moves westward across the tropics, warm ocean air rises into the storm, forming an area of low pressure underneath. I want you to imagine as you're seeing this air current moving from the tropics. The air is moving across from the land all the way to the sea, and because it's cooled down now, the warm water is causing the heat to rise. As it's rising, it is causing a vortex, and thus it is giving it a spin, because it is trying to fill that available space which has been created by the low pressure.
Science, we've discovered that things heat up at different rates. What does that mean? And as the land heats up, it heats up the air above it. And through science, we've discovered that when air heats up, it spreads out, it expands, and it becomes lighter. And because it becomes lighter, it rises. All this air that's being heated up and rising. Now, take a look over here. The water's cold. Through science, we've discovered that when air gets colder, it gets denser, it gets heavier, it compresses, and that means it sinks. So I have sinking cold air over here, I have rising warm air over here, and as that warm air rises, this sinking cold air sweeps in and takes the spot of the rising warm air. I'm gonna put it here, and you should be able to see. Yeah,
wow.
I actually have a small current of wind moving through my tube. You can see the smoke. Just follow the wind current.
Yes, that's it. Hurricanes are pushed by a wind current. Notice where the wind currents are situated.
It's very simple, people. Because the equator, we have what we call wind currents around Earth. It has to push eastward. Now, the warm waters have to heat up the air. So, as it's created a storm already, hence why you have a cyclone. And because the wind is already pushing it in that direction, what do you think is going to happen? It's just favorable because of topography, and that's why you get the spin in the one direction and spin in the other direction. It's got nothing to do with Coriolis. This has just got to do simply with the wind currents and the favorable topography that creates the hurricane.
Situated on Earth. So as you can see by this diagram, the air is being pushed westerly in the equator line. This is because of the Hadley currents. This is why you have your northern hemisphere and your southern hemisphere rotations. It's simply due to the air pushing it from behind. It's pushing that storm in the direction, and thanks to its vertex, it spins. So hopefully you can see on this diagram where it's showing the warm air is just rising, and due to the cold air taking its place, it's simply spinning, and that is forced by the winds of the currents. So when you get your direction, it's based on the currents pushing out that storm. Obviously you're going to get the people now saying, hang on, it's because of Coriolis effect. Well, if you know Coriolis effect, it's just an apparent deviation. It's not actual. If you want to know more about the Coriolis effect and how it works, I will leave a link in the description box below. If this video was helpful to you, please do hit that like button.
So yeah, that was quite simple. How's everybody doing? Hey Rachie, hey Skype Kid, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Stone Monkey, hey. Tonight we're just gonna chill a bit, and well, I was thinking we can go through a video from what's his face, from 1 Minute Physics, where he's trying to debunk the Earth. That was number 8, Coriolis, the top 10 reasons why we know the Earth is round. Yeah, so let's try going. Hey Persona non grata, good to see you. Pirate Man, thank you for coming. It's good to see all of you here. Let me try and see. Okay, it is showing. Let's go on to number 7.
Triangles. If you walk 10,000 kilometers straight along the Earth's surface, turn 90 degrees to your right, walk 10,000 kilometers more, turn right again, and walk another 10,000 kilometers, you'll be back to where you started, having successfully made a triangle with 3 90-degree angles.
First of all, that's not a triangle. curved lines, it's more than 180 degrees, so it's not a triangle. Second of all, has anybody actually attempted doing this?
As any geometry student can tell you, this is impossible on a flat surface.
No, it's not impossible on a flat surface. You can draw a triangle out, but yes, because it's equilateral, well, you'll have to be 90, 90, 90. It's not going to do that, so yeah. Has anybody actually attempted doing this on a globe? I don't think so. You know why? Because it's impossible. And even if you do try and attempt on the globe, you have to go at such a distance. How do you know you're not taking a curved path to make that 90? Let's see if I can try and draw it. It's going to be much easier this way. Let's go to Google Earth. I don't have it set on, yeah? Google Earth. Wow, look at that. So beautiful. Google Earth rocks, hey? Yes. CGI real. Okay. I think my mouse is starting to give in a bit. What I'm saying is, you see all these lines are actually curved. So you're not making any 90-degree angles. So let's say you're wanting to do this and you are drawing, standing at let's just start a point, doesn't matter where, and we're trying to go. Now let's follow this. Okay, we're just going to say we're going to go there. Can you see the problem here already? Is that following, so finished, is that first line following a 90 degree? No, look at the difference between the lads. He's literally deviating from the 90. Okay, well let's add another one. I'm just gonna start it over, whatever. Gonna go. Oh, sorry, I think my mouse is giving in. Just doesn't want to work. Whatever, okay. Well, we're setting it. Now we're going to turn 90 degrees. What is going on with my mouse? Okay, we're supposed to go 90. Come mouse, work with me. Okay, let's go 90 again. Doesn't actually matter how far 90 is going. Is it going following that line? No, okay, it's got to go in this line. Oh, look how far it is deviating from that. Okay. Now we're going to go 90 again. Oh, wait. That kind of doesn't make a triangle, does it? What is going on with this? Sorry guys, I'm having technical issues with you. Yes, thank you. Go out. Okay, anyway. It's making a square, not a triangle. Does that look like a triangle of 90 degrees? So should we try it anew? Let's try it one more time, just in case. We'll start there. Let's start. Okay. We're going to blah blah blah, walk. Let's just say we're going, yeah, to 50 or whatever. Okay, now we turn 90 degrees. Okay, and we're turning 90 degrees again. Can anybody tell me, that's a triangle? If you're turning 90 degrees again, you're not creating a triangle. Oh wait, they want you to follow the curve. Let's try follow the curve. Maybe we should just do it a bit bigger. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Another time. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's start there, and we're going. La 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 la. Let's just go to the equator just for the fun of it. Okay, 90 degrees. Oh, it's kind of going haywire. It's not. If I have to go 90 degrees, where is it going? It's not going with one. Something's just not working here, guys. But it's fine. Let's keep to the equator line then. Let's just say India. Okay, let's go 90 degrees again, which would be actually be there, but let's ignore that. No, that's not a 90 degree angle. This would be 90 degrees from there, would it not? Because look at that line. That line went there. Sorry guys, it just can't work. I don't know how to break it to you. It doesn't work on your globe. Can you guys draw it out on the globe for us? Hey Jeff, good to see you. And that's flat. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I think what's dishonest about it, Sean? I just showed you you can't draw the 90s on your globe because you require a flat base. A triangle is an internal sum of 180 degrees. Your sphere goes against that, so it's not a triangle. Go to the equator, not to the tropics. Blue Marble, it doesn't matter where you go, you're not going to line it up 90 degrees because you have curved lines. A triangle is an eternal sum of 180 degrees. That's the whole point. So, yeah, okay, should we go on to the next one? No, that was that one. Top reasons. Reason number 6. Okay. Reason number 6, everyone.
Number 6. The sun, in general, gets lower and lower in the sky as you travel away from the equator, and you can use this to directly measure the Earth's curvature. Pick 2 places a few hundred miles directly north and south of each other, and at noon measure the shadows cast by a vertical meter stick at each location. You can use the shadow lengths to figure out the angle between the sticks, and once you add in how far apart they are, you can calculate the Earth's curvature.
I like that, calculate the Earth's curvature. It's nice how you guys use Aristophanes' ideas for your radius, when this can just show it's a local sun that's closer, that can give, because it's divergent rays, can give the same measurements. Oh man, sorry, my mouse is starting to give in, everybody. I must have to replace the battery. So yeah, very simple.
You can calculate the Earth's curvature. Number 5.
Okay, so calculate the Earth's curvature. Let's see what we can while I search for it. Why does the equator? Yeah, I also want to know why it does have to be the equator. Let's see. Local sun. Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me. Where was it? There was one here somewhere I'm trying to figure out. Anyway, for you guys, you require I wonder if you can see this. Okay. Anyway, you guys on the globe require parallel sunlight rays. So it is coming that way. We all know from the sun, it's not parallel. It's. Let's look at the sun in the sky. What do we see with the sun in the sky? Those are not parallel sun rays, are they? That is divergent rays. They diverge outwards, not parallel. Oh look, more sun pictures, not showing everything we're seeing in reality. Look at that, look how it's diverging outwards, people. More divergent sun rays, divergent, everything is divergent. So it's kind of simple. Local sun with divergent rays gives you the same shadows that you would have with your parallel rays with a far sun. So what have we debunked? We debunked you guys saying that you have parallel rays. So which one is more logical? The one that shows pictures of divergent, which we observe, or the one that's a belief that you have parallel rays? I think I'll go with the one where my observation shows me the sun is divergent rays. Thank you very much. Flat switch perspective. Sun rays are not parallel. Yes, they are. We just showed you pictures of that. Pirate Man, are you going against what you actually see with your eyes? That's glare. The scapegoat, yes. Glare, divergent glare, well, the glare from the divergent rays cause that. This is how it works. Light disperses from a sphere. Light doesn't stay straight from a sphere, scapegoat. That's what we say. If you have to bring the light source closer with divergent rays, you get the same shadows as your so-called parallel rays that are far away. We observe it divergent rays, not parallel rays. Therefore, the ones that actually shown true is the divergent rays. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Is it showing? Okay. Number 5.
The stars at night change as you go north or south. For example, Orion is upside down if you're in Australia. Number 4.
Okay, star trails. This is very easy. We see star trails all over. That's beautiful. Why would we see that, people? Simply because the stars are moving overhead? Yes. Now you come and say, hang on, why would we see the same stars in Australia, South America and South Africa? That's very simple. With a flat earth narrative, you have a dome. You have the stars above the dome, and what happens when you show it? It moves the stars in those directions and you see them at the same place. It's different perspective, different vantage points. Yeah, very, very simple. Very beautiful, I have to admit. Wow. It's amazing what time-lapse of stars do. When you guys actually do star trails, you actually concede that it's the stars moving and not the Earth, by the way. So if you're going to bring up an EQ mount, you just have to know it's taking a mechanical ellipsoid set to that EQ mount. So just because it's showing your camera moving down and tracking it under the ground doesn't mean it's actually going there. It just means it's taking the time to set the ellipsoid to begin. You can do a total ellipsoid going another direction, it will still meet up at that same time. If you set it to make the same ellipsoid time, it's going to meet up at that point when it's supposed to, when the star comes around again. Just have to point that out to you guys. This is actually very fun. Very simple. Nice to actually get to trigger these globe defenders, hey? Globe Annihilation, good to see you. Glad you could make it. It's amazing how triggered these guys get when we can debunk their so-called globe earth proofs so quickly and easy. It's not even a, how can I put it, a challenge. Okay, so let's get going. Is it showing? Okay, number 4.
Ferdinand Magellan, and many people afterwards, circumnavigated the Earth. That means he left headed west, continued going west, and came back to where he started, still going west. Actually, Magellan was dead, but one of his ships, led by Juan Sebastian Elcano, finished the journey. If you...
Okay, let's listen. If you...
head west and circumnavigate the Earth yourself, you'll be able to tell because you'll observe one fewer sunrise than everyone who stays at home. Number 3.
That's very interesting. So, in other words, you think you can't circumnavigate a flat Earth, which is weird. Why doesn't the globe circumnavigate this way? Let's go from north. What the hell is going on? Okay, anyway. Globe. Why doesn't the globe circumnavigate from north to south? Anybody? Why don't you circumnavigate that way around and come back the other way? Oh, I know, because it's impossible to do. Because the airspace over Antarctica is forbidden. But yeah, it's too dangerous. And you can circumnavigate around your yard if you want to. It's not going to prove the shape. I can circumnavigate around a pool if I wanted to. Let's show you something. Let's just go pool. I have a pool. Okay, here's a pool. I'm going to circumnavigate this pool. I start here. La 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 la. Look, I'm walking, and I've circumnavigated the pool. Did it prove a globe, or was that floor flat? Yeah. Also, when it comes to you guys saying you can't just go left and stay left, remember with the flat earth model, north is in the middle. So if you're going to keep on going west, it's going to stay there, because I think it was Mr. Sensible that did a good video on that. I think I'm going to take that. Let's just quickly look for that video. Mr. Sensible. It's a video he did for me. It was quite funny. I did laugh about it. It was good. When was it though? It was about can you see when you're going in a straight line left or right? Sorry, I'm just looking for it quickly. Okay, that was a bit far away. Maldives, no, not there. This was the game show one, the one who was trying to play a game show with me. Was it this one? How dense is a flat earth? I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know. No, I don't know where it is.
Also,
sorry guys, I am looking for it. I just can't seem to be able to find it at this present. But anyway, the point is, when you're going in a straight line with distance, the further the distance, you're not going to know if you're actually turning a degree right or turning a degree left or whatever. You are going to be appearing that you're going straight, but you're actually going right or left. That's the whole point. So you can circumnavigate. So if it's going to be on a flat surface and you're going farther in distance, you're not going to know that you're turning. You're still going to be heading west, and you're heading west all the time while you are circumnavigating west. Very simple stuff. No, this is just the density. Sorry guys, I can't find it. Maybe I have to move my computer closer, because it is a Bluetooth mouse. Maybe that's the issue. It's not picking up. That's a bit better. Okay, yes, that's much better. Pirate Man, you're not prepared. Cheers, Pirate Man. Like I said, it's just hanging out today. I just decided to pull up something to do because we're just chatting today. Let's see, when going to stop blocking so many people? I'm not blocked anyone, me, whoever you are, but I'm thinking of blocking again because I'm really getting tired of you guys harassing my stream. Hey, the price of Adam, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so just going through this little top 10 reasons why it is supposed to be the Earth is round according to flat Earth physics. Just because, I mean, we're just having a hang around session, so thank you all for being here. If you haven't already, just please do hit that like button so it can get to more people. Anyway, let's get on to number 3.
The horizon. Ships on the ocean or tall Chicago buildings viewed over Lake Michigan disappear bottom first. And you can see the sunset twice if you watch it lying down and then quickly stand up. The simple fact is, if the Earth were flat...
Do you guys already understand what the problem is here? Let's see if you catch up.
There wouldn't be a horizon beyond which things could disappear, so from across Lake Michigan, you'd be able to see all of Chicago, as well as the Rocky Mountains. Number 2.
That is just nonsense. Sorry, a minute physics, but that is just bullshit. Things get smaller in angular size with distance, therefore you cannot see it anymore. Angles get acute with distance, so the surface is becoming a greater angle, and therefore you have bottom-up obstruction, hence limited angle. I mean, if you look out on the ocean and you look at a wave that's closer to you and you're going to lie down, that wave's angular size is going to increase because it's going to now occult the further waves. Even though it's half the size or a quarter of the size, it's literally going because it's going to be intercepting your view of that wave in the back. It's the same with distance. If you have your Chicago in the background, the waves can occult it because it's closer. It's going to have a larger angular size, therefore bottom-up obstruction. And by the way, you guys don't have a physical curve. Remember, you guys say removing inferior mirages means you took away curve? Yeah, and maybe you forgot about the black swan. Refraction is your death. Next.
2. During a lunar eclipse, the shadow of the Earth on the moon is curved. And number 1.
Shadow of the moon is curved. That's assuming the moon is physical. We've seen so much things with the moon showing wrong for your globe, but yeah, hence selenium eclipse. Yeah. Just because you have a belief that the Earth is blocking, making a shadow on the moon is a belief system, and you should get your head doctor checked. Yeah. We're not saying the moon is even physical. It can be plasma, and therefore it is just regenerating once a month, and that's why you get your new moons and so forth. But then again, it's just speculation. Agreed? Everything in the sky is speculation because you cannot go there. You cannot value, I can say, verify anything there. What is his number 1?
1. We know the Earth is round because we have photographic evidence.
That is not a photograph, people. It's called an image. It's called a Photoshop image, to be exact. They simply take layering and stick it onto each other and make an artist rendition. You do not have one photograph of Earth. Everything is images for a reason. Why? Because you cannot get far enough to get your photo. That's what they say. But then again, you can't get to anywhere that violates natural law, can you? Sorry to burst your bubble, people. That is a lie. There's no such thing as photographic evidence of your globe. Oh, wow. Well, that was the 10 so-called why it's a globe. Plasma is physical. Yes, plasma is physical. Good to see it. But it's much more tangible than your so-called globe. It's much more, how can I put it, we can prove the moon can be plasma, whereas you guys cannot prove it's a rock floating in a natural violation. Hey E3P, how's it doing, dude? Good to see you here. Yeah, sorry I'm overrun a bit by the trolls tonight. It's not bothering me though. I'm just going to ignore as I go along. But good to see everybody here. Deny, deny, deny. Good job. Yeah, blogger. That's all we ever do is deny. WS is blocked, yes, because WS was banned after I warned him. And I warn people before I block, and then if they carry on, they get banned. And I think there was about 3 or 4 of the trolls that are banned because they brought my family into the discussion. And that's not acceptable. So, I will. No, it's not so I lied. It's so I get rid of the people that come in here and troll. If you want to go on the same path me, I suggest you carry on. Yeah, so how's it going, E3P? You can actually come in and talk if you want on Discord. It'd be great because it's just hanging around chill stream. It's nothing serious tonight. It's just so we can just have some time to chill, because as I said, Saturday I'm not going to be able to have a stream, so I thought let's have one tonight, just to make up for it. Okay, me is saying I lied, everybody, so bye bye. You are no longer available to be present, me, because you are probably WS in the first instance. This is take us to a warning to all you trolls. I am no longer going to be tolerant to any of you. If you are going to carry on harassing me and my viewers, you are no longer available for chat. Capish? Thank you. So if you do not have the humanity to be respectful to me and my chat, then you are no longer available. Then I do not have the respect to keep you on my channel. I mean, I have you guys come in here and literally tell me you don't watch my content just so you can laugh at me. That's not acceptable. So, yeah. Yes, Blargo, you would be able to prove the moon can be plasma, can't you? There should be some kind of test you can do. Much more easier to test the moon to be plasma than it is to be some rock floating in a violation of space, called space. Natural violation, and yes, we do know space is a natural violation. It goes against the second law of thermodynamics. Something you guys love to ignore. Iron Fist, exactly. Trolls are useless. 100%. That's why I said I'm starting to get where I don't have any more tolerance for them. I've been tolerant enough, I think. It gets to a point where it's just enough. And yes, you get it from both sides, E3. Definitely. Plasma above a dome wouldn't be a natural violation. And why would that be a natural violation, Blogger? And who said anything about a dome? You know, they can take plasma and they can actually make it move around inside containment. So, separate system. Don't know what you're getting at, but okay. Let's see if I can find something else we can chat about on this the stream. It's not really much going on, though, I have to say. It's kind of quiet. But it's good to see you guys all here. Thank you again for coming. Let's go up that side. What does it say about the moon? So anyway, Artemis, I think they said to now they've changed their date to the end of October to fly now. That's the next flight window. Do you think that's going to happen or not? Because every time Artemis has to do something, there's something else wrong. Really makes it difficult to think they're going to actually get something. Hey Lumpy Gas and Vacuum, good to see you. Yeah, I 100% agree, Lumpy. Jeff, yeah. Mighty Mice, you said you don't block and then admit it. No, Mighty Mice, I admit to blocking people that come and troll and willingly do it. I warn and then I block. As easy as that. If you got a problem with it, then you're at the wrong stream. Sorry to bother you. Sorry to let that bother you. Let's put it that way. I don't go to your house and start harassing you because you don't have the same belief as me. It's as simple as that. It's called bigotry. And you guys have a real mental issue. Okay. Let's see if I can find something we can talk about. Moon landings. How about that? We got a Bart Sobral that he brought out like 6 years ago. What's quite cool about the new uncovered document proves moon landing is a fraud. I know you guys don't like Bart Sobral. Okay, it's going to be too long to check actually. But he's got some cool video footage and everything. I don't really want to get striked and everything, so I'm not going to use that. Maybe we can find some kind of footage. If anybody really wants to come and you can chat on Discord, it'd be great. More than happy to open the line for anybody to come and talk. Yes, Sean, it's called bigotry. Mighty Man, when you're going to do Matoon Celestial Navigation Challenge? I told you, Mighty, when I have time, I'm definitely going to do it, but at the moment I'm kind of caught up with work, with my daughter's things, and everything. So I'm kind of very busy. I'll get there, okay? It's amazing how badly you guys want us to debunk your Celestial Navigation for Globe, and we've done it how much times already because I've got video after video showing you it anyway. Yeah, I wonder what's up with this ankle bracelet, Lampy. Let's see. Still looking around for see if we can just have fun. So yeah, the new attempt is end of October, Artemis, to start to try and fly again. Really, really weird. Did you guys watch the latest debate? Well, the debate with modern debate with Witsit, Gatsit, and Karen B. I'm like halfway there, but man, what a good. They totally ripped Amy and Taylor apart. This one. Can you see this stream? Yes. Sorry. This was. So I just have to give it to Witsit and to Karen B. You guys did a very good job. They from the beginning these guys were out of their depth. But then again, Amy's not a very bright person. She thinks she knows something because she's a qualified graphic designer. Then again, I'm also a qualified graphic designer, so I can tell you once again, an image is not real. It's CGI. It's called computer generated image. But then again, Amy doesn't really have much up here. This guy on the other hand also, they got this guy Taylor. I really do advise you guys to actually watch what's going on. I wonder if I can find some of the arguments they made and we can actually I was laughing some of man, okay, but I don't have timestamps, so I'm not going to be able to, but it's funny.
Since my understanding of gravity proves that the Earth is round, how about you educate me on what I'm getting wrong about gravity and why do things fall towards the ground and not sideways?
Yeah, but anyway, why do things fall to the ground and not sideways? That's simple, because things are denser in a gradient on the vertical, not on the side. When you pick up something, you impart energy into it on the vertical. So that's why it goes down and up, not sideways. Very simple things. You do not build a foundation sideways that way. You build it ground upwards. This is reality. We have relative directions for a reason. Okay. Jeff Conrad, good. Amy is not a she. Are you sure, Jeff? I think Amy is still a she, actually. No, Scapegoat Kid. Gradient is still part of thermodynamics. It comes after containment. I just can't get you guys to get past the first part of understanding what gas pressure is. Yeah, I think let's do that. What is gas pressure? We'll soon do it in YouTube as well, just for you guys. Because it seems that you guys think all definitions and everything is wrong. What is gas pressure? Gas pressure, the basics.
Okay, so let's talk about gas pressure, which just means a gas is like pushing on something. Okay, we're gonna do this
With gas is pushing on something.
in 2 videos. This first video is pretty short, and it's just a basic introduction to gas pressure. So if you don't know anything about it, no big deal. In about 5 minutes, you'll learn everything you need. And then
Okay, we need to know. Okay, let's see what he's gonna say about gas pressure. What's he going to put here? Is he going to put a container maybe?
Okay, so I'm going to draw a tire.
Go draw a tire, okay? It's already
Here
containment,
is
guys. Just to make it clear to
a
you.
big tire.
A tire is container. Oh man, come on. Adverbs. But anyway, yeah. You're showing a tire.
Pretty brilliant, right? It's not a donut, it's a tire.
It's a tire, everybody. Not a donut, it's a tire.
Okay? So this tire is filled with air, right? Because
Yes, it's filled with air.
we pump air into the tire to give it more pressure.
Ha! If the tire was there, could you pump more air in it to give it more pressure? So what's he doing? He's adding more pressure into what? The walls of the container. So the gas exerting a force on the walls of the what? The container. Hence, he is having a container to have gas pressure.
What I want to do is I want to pretend that we can look inside this tire with like X-ray glasses. And these X-ray glasses are also super magnification glasses.
Okay, super magnification glasses. Remember guys, he's already debunked your assertion that you don't need containment for gas pressure. Just have to point that out to you guys.
So we can see the stuff that's in this tire in a way that, we couldn't with our naked eye.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, see what he's saying. He's saying it's different. It's, Dalton's law. It's got different gases, everything. Obviously, I can't just play everything because of copyright infringements, but let's check what it says.
Tiny little circles that represent the molecules or atoms of the air in here.
Okay, so get it. Air inside the tire. So in other words, it's contained, people. So there's pressure because those molecules are bouncing off the walls of its container.
And we call these guys particles. Okay, it doesn't matter whether they're representing atoms or whether they're representing
No, it doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway, there we go. Look how full it is.
There's something here that I haven't drawn because it's hard to draw. And that is that each one of these particles, whether they're atoms or molecules, are constantly flying around inside this tire.
Oh, did you get that, guys? Constantly flying around inside this tire. So that means they're flying in every direction, all the time hitting and bouncing off one another and the walls of its container, the tire. If the tire was not there, there would be no gas pressure. Conspiracy cats. Without the balloon, there can be no pressure. Conspiracy Cats 2019.
Okay? Here's what I want you to think about. You know how, when they do the lottery numbers, there's that, plastic container, and
Oh, also container to hold lottery balls. Really odd.
there are all those ping pong balls with the different lottery numbers inside, and they're all
They're
flying
bouncing around, yeah.
banging
Yeah,
against the
yes.
side of the container. That's exactly what I want you to think about when you think about the part.
So in other words, think about it. It's bouncing around in the container. Again, container, bouncing around pressure. So that's very simple. Okay, let's see if we can get some another. Wait, what's it saying here?
A really strong metal in order to hold all that gas in to prevent the can from breaking because there's so much force, there's so much pressure that comes from all the punching.
Ooh. Guys, did you get that? Let's see what this is. Let's see what it says
The
again.
can has to be made of metal, of really strong metal, in order to hold all that gas in.
So it has to have a physical container to hold that gas in. What would happen if you had to remove that? Would that gas be there? No. It would go disperse into the surrounding system. Hence you will not have gas pressure. Thank you, chemistrytextbook.com. I think you guys should go and watch that. Definitely. Thank you, Tyler. I'm still going to subscribe to you and like you because you know what gas pressure is. Okay, let's go to the next one. La 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 la. Ooh. Oh wait, what's this? Our famous Mr. You, without the balloon there can be no pressure.
Why don't you give me a good...
Why don't you give me a good... Okay. I just have to make sure. I just have to make sure it's showing, because I don't even know if it's showing anymore. Is it showing? Nope. Okay, there we go. Let's it's showing again. Okay. Guys, please pay attention.
Hi, I'm Nathan Oakley, and it has come to my attention that one of our opponents on the heliocentric side of this argument feels he can debunk the second law of thermodynamics. Now, maybe in his mind he thinks he's going to get a Nobel Prize for this, or maybe even an Ig Nobel Prize for something that seems stupid but is actually quite interesting. Realistically, I think this guy is absolutely idiotic. There's no way that this high school teacher is ever going to falsify the second law of thermodynamics.
Yes, Nathan, tell it like it is.
So, conspiracy cats, just a gentle reminder that you are only worthy of a certificate of stupidity because there is no way on God's green earth you are ever going to falsify the second law of thermodynamics. But I will re-ask the question, as you seem to be embarking on a personal attack mission against myself rather than simply answering the question, which you have already backed our assertion on.
It's really weird. This is the same tactic he has with me, coming and trolling my channel. Conspiracy Cats, I'm still waiting for you to tell me, are you going to have that statement in your textbook? Because I think I've asked maybe 10 times already, which you've failed to answer me. You're just ignoring me.
Now, what Nathan is saying is you can't have pressure without a container.
Without the balloon, these air particles aren't going to be striking anything. Therefore, there is no pressure.
Okay, let's rewind it again.
There is no pressure.
Oh wait, I think I want to hear the whole thing again.
Anything. Therefore, there is no pressure.
And one more time. Let's maybe get it to... Good.
Without the balloon, these air particles aren't going to be striking anything.
You get it? Without the balloon, these particles are not going to be striking anything. So, you took the container away. What's it going to happen?
Therefore, there is no pressure.
Thank you, Mr. Conspiracy Cats.
So, conspiracy cats, the question, as ever, how do you have gas pressure without a container? For those not know, the reason for this question is fairly simple. Earth, if you believe you live on a sphere, is an open system. You can leave, matter can leave, rockets can leave, gas can leave. It's definitely an open system. But if it's an open system, how do you have gas pressure? The necessary antecedent for gas pressure is a container.
Very, very simple, guys. Gas pressure requires a container. Without the container, there's no such thing as gas pressure. Your pressure gradients come after gas pressure.
As detailed by conspiracy cats. So, conspiracy cats, bum boy, it's time for you to do one of two things. Accept that your model of Earth is complete nonsense, a contradiction in terms, or falsify the second law of thermodynamics. How do you have gas pressure without a container? I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Yeah, if you haven't already, just do subscribe to Nathan. Definitely worth it. I think it's made it very clear. You require container for gas pressure. Pressure gradients is due to temperature. Exactly, Lumpy. Snowbirds, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I can find more on gas pressure if you guys really want to. Yeah, why not? Because the guys still think that we are talking rubbish. So let's go and look for more gas pressure without containment. Okay, let's see. What is gas pressure? Pressure in gases. Pressure exerted by liquids. Okay, that's PV and RT. Gases. Quite cool. They're going to want me to click on this. Let's see what they say. Just for the globies, gonna click on atmosphere. Oh, and I have. What is he going to say? What are you going to say? Okay.
From all the directions. This envelope of air around us is what we call atmosphere.
Ah, so this means we have gas pressure around us, people. This is what they call the atmosphere, even though it's an oxymoron, because air cannot take. It's not sphere shaped. It takes the shape of its container. So anyway, we got air around us. Atmosphere.
Does air also exert pressure on objects on the Earth?
No shit, Sherlock, it has to. It's hitting on you, it's hitting on the walls everywhere. We have pressure, gas pressure. But what does that mean? It means we have to be contained to have that gas exerting a pressure. Remember, that's what gas pressure is.
In our previous video, we studied that the liquid exerts pressure in all directions.
Liquids, okay? Gas is not a liquid though, just have to point it out.
For example, here we have the water in a beaker.
And they have to use a container for liquids as well.
Due to gravity, this water is pulled down towards the Earth. If we...
Gravity is not a force. It's not pulled either, because you guys have a bending of space-time. So there's no force, there's no acceleration. You require a force to actually have an acceleration. Have to point it out to you guys. So this is just BS.
divide this water into different layers, then each layer is being pulled down by the Earth. Due to this pull, water exerts downward pressure, and this pressure is uneven throughout.
No, you have pressure gradients with liquids like the ocean because there's more substance on top of each other. So the deeper you go down, the more pressure is exerted on you. It's like laying down on the ground and you have a, let's say you're a child and you're at school and you're lying down and you got a whole classroom of friends. You lie down, the one person lies on top, and the more they lay and pile on top of you, the more pressure is exerted on you. They're pushing more of a force on you. Why? Because there's more substance on you, more density. There's more dense substance on top of you. Exactly like water. That's why you get things that can crush underneath the water, because the force exerted on the wall is too great. But anyway, I have to say again, liquids and gas is not the same thing. Although gas falls under fluid dynamics, it's still not a liquid.
That is, the bottom layer experiences more pressure than the top layer.
Like I was explaining. Okay, let's see where we actually get to gas pressure.
Air also behaves in the same way. Just like water, air is also being pulled down by the Earth.
No, sorry. Gas moves in all directions. Gas doesn't get pulled down. There's no such thing as gas being pulled down. Gas is homogeneous and moves around in every single direction. Gas is always moving. There's no such thing as gas being pulled down while it's moving up and while it's moving right, while it's moving. The only thing that can change the direction of gas is when it actually collides with something. Okay? And again, gravity is not a force, so it cannot pull anything, it cannot do anything. You need a force to do something.
It's gravitational force.
No, gravity is not a force. Again, gravitational force doesn't exist. You have an Einsteinian gravity, which means you're bending space-time. It's time dilation. You're taking time, which is a man-made construct, and you're taking space, which is also just nothing. And you're combining them to do something physical, which, yeah. Show me again something that's not physical doing something physical, please.
This force applies pressure on the air in the downward direction. The pressure exerted by air is called air pressure or atmospheric pressure.
Yeah, I like how they take air pressure because it's gas and say because we have a belief in a force of gravity that's not a force of gravity, that isn't anything, that is too weak to do anything, can actually create this pressure.
Did you know that the atmosphere is divided into different layers? The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers, namely the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere.
Yeah! Why? Because we can. Because spheres are cool.
The pressure in the troposphere, which is the bottommost layer, is higher than the pressure in the layers above it.
Why? Why is that? Oh, I know. Because that is the surface level where the gas originates from, and because we have the most dynamics down below, We have mountains and buildings and people and rocks and trees and wind and temperature inversions and I don't know, like the sun heating up the ground that heats up the gases and then more bouncing into. It's like taking a fish tank and just throwing marbles into them. What happens when you actually put something inside those marbles? It spreads it out because it's becoming more compressed, so it's pushing it up. So yeah, it's quite simple. This is just rubbish, but anyway, you have your pressure gradients because you have containment. Just because you ignore, you require the containment and want to have a belief that gravity is a force when it's not a force and it can't do anything even as a force, does not make it a force and does not make pressure gradients due to gravity. It's a religious belief and cannot even be proven because no one can even go and demonstrate it without containment. Thank you, Blue Marble Science, for bringing your pipe of butane and proving our point. You literally had to use a container to do the demonstration.
And I'm sure you can guess the reason why. This is because the weight of the air above the troposphere is greater than the weight of the air above, say, the stratosphere.
So something that has less substance is being able to give more weight on something lower. Makes so much sense, people.
The air pressure also acts in every direction.
The air pressure also acts in every direction. So in other words, you just contradicted our own statement. Let's go back.
The air pressure also acts in every direction. The air pressure also acts in every direction.
So, when they said
by air is called air pressure or atmospheric pressure. Did you know that the
So when they say, where was it? I think it was here.
way, just like water, air is also being pulled down by the Earth's gravitation.
So being pulled down, but then says...
And I'm sure you can guess the reason why. This is because the weight of the air above the troposphere is, say, the stratosphere. The air pressure also acts in every direction and not only in the downward direction.
Thank you. Just debunked the own argument. This is what I'm saying when it comes to the globe, guys. Your own narrative debunks itself. How can you say something that is not a force is acting like a force pulling gases down, but in the same instance, gas moves in every direction and therefore is not being pulled down? You either pull down or you're not. You either have a closed system or you have an open system. You either have gas pressure or you do not have pressure. You understand the problem here, people? Am I getting through to you how mental this is? It's literally not kosher. It's not. There's something wrong with you guys if you really believe this. Gas moves in all directions. Gas pressure is the pressure exerted on the container walls. Let's just get the definition for you guys. What is gas pressure? Pressure is a measure of linear momentum of the gas molecules. Pressure force acts perpendicular to the enclosing surfaces. Okay? Enclosing surfaces, people. This is from NASA. When a balloon is pumped, the volume increases because more gas particles are put in. And the particles move around, they hit the wall of the balloon. Which applies a pressure. That means they're applying a pressure. Okay, let's see another one. Let's go to actual... We're actually saying the words for you guys because it seems you guys don't understand what is. Gas pressure is the name given to the force exerted by gas particles colliding with the wall of their container. How is gas pressure measured? A manometer can be used to measure the pressure of gas, the difference in height between the liquid levels, and measure the pressure. Okay, what's a manometer, people? Let's go check. Would that be a container? Define property of pressure. Okay, yeah, atmospheric pressure, remember what I was saying? It's pushing down, but gas exerts a pressure in all directions on the container walls. Oh, what is this? Would that be containers? Yes. Why? Because it's the pressure pushing from the gas on the liquids that move the mercury up and down. Container. We know to have the gas pressure exerting a force there, it has to be contained because the gas is moving and forcing itself there. Therefore, it has a pressure reading. What else? Okay. What is gas pressure? Pressure is the force exerted by a substance per unit area on another substance. The pressure of gas is the force that exerts extra on the walls of its container. Don't you guys love that wall? And it's chemistry. Chemistry EDU, people. Let's see if we can find some more. Should we go on with this woman showing that it's just simply gas pressure? What is gas? Gas pressure. Oh, there we go. Some more gas pressure showing containment. Gas pressure. Oh, yeah, here's my video. Air is fluid. This is like long ago. I'm gonna actually be doing another air is fluid video for you guys. Definitely. I think it's gonna be quite well worth it. Gas pressure in science with pressure gas is triple. Oh look, I like how they have to actually have containment for these gas pressures. Gas pressure is the force of the gas particles colliding with the walls of its container. Yeah. Very, very simple. Hey T Brown, good to see you. Exactly. Gas cannot be pulled down and expanding in all directions. It's simple as that. Hey Michael Khan, good to see you. Gracious Golf. Thank you for coming. Not one. M Stone, good to see you all. It's very simple. If you guys have contradictions, it means your narrative is wrong. Like I was trying to explain to Craig, Fight a Flat Earth. In thermodynamics, you have three types of systems. You have a hypothetical. Yes, it's a hypothetical. There's no such thing as an isolated system. It's hypothetical. Hence, it's known as the universe because you need a boundary container for your systems to be in. Then you have your closed system, which is only energy which is possible to go in and out. No matter. Matter is always inside. If it's open, matter and energy can leave and go in as it pleases. So, if it's closed, it's closed. If it's open, it's open. It doesn't matter if you have a mathematical equation to say, oh, but it's such a little bit, so therefore it's considered a closed. No. This is physical reality. We're working with physics here. If it's closed, it's closed. If it's open, it's open. This is why I asked Professor Phil Bell, is a balloon a open or closed? So, before I even answer that, I think I'm going to make a poll for that. Is a balloon a closed or open system? Closed, open. Oh. Balloon. Okay, ask. Okay, so we got the poll going up. Let's see how clever these globe defenders are. Is a balloon an open or closed system, people? Please do answer correctly, because this is really, really simple stuff. Yes. Oh, sorry. Who said closed? 4 votes already and it's closed. 5 votes and 80% say it's closed. I can guess who those people are. These are the globe defenders. Sorry guys. I don't know how am I going to explain this to you guys. Okay, so 6 votes. 83% of people say a balloon is a closed system. Sorry to break it to you, A balloon is not a closed system. A balloon is an open system. So the 29% that said it's open, congratulations, you passed school today. And it's now 38%, 8 votes. Yes, thank you. Why is a balloon an open system? Very simple. Balloon is a open system. Da 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 da. I wonder if they're going to actually show us the open systems theory. It is quite cool. I never saw this before. But anyway, a balloon is an open system. Why? I want to see. Don't know if they can show it here. No, let's just get a picture of a balloon on screen. It'll be much easier. Balloon. Image of a balloon. Okay, we got a balloon here. When you blow it up, now you got all the gas heating inside and blah 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 and all the gas outside. What happens when you leave it for a few days? It gets flat. Why is that, globe defenders? Is gas not matter? As far as we know, gas is matter, it's substance. So if it wasn't a closed system, the balloon will forever stay that way. It will never ever decrease. The gas would not escape into the surrounding system. So thank you to all the globe defenders that voted closed. You guys have just proven my point when I say you go way out of your head when you're trying to defend your globe. Your ignorance shows with simple questions like this. So when you want to come and tell us, nah, you don't understand, and tell us how does space violate natural law, and we explain it to you, if you cannot get that a balloon is an open system, how in the world are you going to get the second law of thermodynamics? I rest my case. Let's end that poll. Okay, so balloon. Let's see if we can get back to what is gas pressure. Oh, and yes, guys, there's a difference between a liquid, a gas, and a solid. Okay? Very big difference. Yeah. Let's see, maybe we can get some thermodynamic systems on here for you guys. Because you guys seem to really have trouble understanding the type of there we go, types. Okay. This is it. The advert passed by. Is it showing? Oh wait. Oh. Okay, let's get back to skipping ad.
I discuss the types of thermodynamic system.
Types of thermodynamic system.
Last of this video, I discussed the various examples of each type of the systems in the detail, so you can easily clear the concept of types of systems. So I request to watch the video up to the end.
Yes,
so
open system.
First we list out the various type of the system. First one is the open system, second one is the closed system, and third one is the isolated system.
So remember when I showed Craig FTFE, the so-called was a nuclear physicist in the Navy. He said thermodynamic systems only work for isolated systems.
Then
no, a thermodynamic system is 3 different systems. That alone debunks his whole argument. We don't just work with isolated systems. An isolated system, Craig, is only a hypothetical system. It doesn't really exist in nature. It's there to be the boundary system for the other systems inside. Hence, if your universe is isolated, then Earth either has to be closed or open. If you claim it's closed, then it's fine because we have gas pressure, we can breathe. If it's open, which you claim as well, we would be dead. Because the gas we breathe would leave us and go into that isolated system called space. Yes. Okay. So, if you say it's closed, great. But then how can you claim anything is leaving and coming in?
According to the chemical composition, there is a homogeneous and heterogeneous system. Okay. But for homogeneous and heterogeneous systems, I make the one separate video.
Okay, well, separate video. Closed system, let's see what it says.
Boundary. But energy in a form of heat or work can cross the boundary as shown in this figure. Okay?
Yeah, okay. This is why you have an engine, people. It works on this principle. Okay? So when people say thermodynamics is not actual real, then you're not going to be able to have a vehicle to drive around. Because this is what it's based upon. Every bloody engine you get in reality comes from this structure. It's crazy.
So this is the image of the one cylinder and the piston. Okay. So this is the closed system. Here you see that is a M is constant written. Okay. So
okay, we see it's a closed piston. What is the mass cannot leave, only energy is leaving and returning. Let's go in. Like I said, I don't want any kind of strikes or anything, so we're not going to let you go through everything. And as you see it's moving, it's actually giving actual work. In other words, it's got the heat and it's got the temperature. It's giving actual work in the system. Okay. Cylinder bounded by a person which quantity of fluid, pressure, cools, and the boils, calorimetric, etc. Okay. Great. Do like his channel if you guys do. And an open system is the mass as well as energy transfer across the boundary of the system shown. Okay. Most of engineering devices are generally open systems.
The open system. Okay. Now example is that in air compressors, gas turbine, steam turbine, refrigerators, and heaters. These are.
Yes, because it's got a valve. You open the system. When I put my compressor, let's say I have my compressor on at work and I am now spraying, the air is literally leaving the system. So it's an open system. It's got a valve to close it, but it doesn't mean it's a closed system. It's an open system. It's a variable valve system. So you can open it. It's closed when you close it and it's open when you open it. Closed, open, closed, open. Very simple. 9:30 already. Can't believe the time. Can you reach? Oh yeah, definitely. Lumpy. Where at moderator? There we go, Lumpy. You have been wrenched, dude. It's good to see you all here. It is around 9:30 now, so about a half an hour and then we can get going. Do you want me to carry on talking about gas pressure, or is there any other things you guys want to talk about? Hey, gracious Cole. Oh, okay. Gracious Cole, I've actually had that argument from people who say thermodynamics is not real. From your guys' side. Yes. Telling me thermodynamics is just a construct, it's not actual. That's why I brought it up. What else can we talk about? Because gas pressure is kind of simple. We've like debunked that you don't need a container. It's very simple. What else can we talk about? How about frankly, I don't know. It doesn't mean we all agree with him. 100% gracious Golf, you don't need to agree with him. Space-time. Okay, yeah, let's talk about space-time. Let's first see what is space-time. Okay. Let's see if I'm going to put on for you guys. Okay. Is it still showing? Okay. What is space-time? In physics, space-time is the mathematical model that combines the 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time into a single 4-dimensional manifold. Wow! Word salad to the highest. Anyway, first of all, Physics deals with the physical realm, okay? Everything. This is physical. It's physics. This is physics, okay? Space-time is not physics. It's a mathematical model. Maths is not real. It's a description-based language. It describes things. You get it? It can't do anything. I can take 1 and I can plus 1. In the maths, I've just proven it to be 2. But what has that done in reality? Absolutely bugger all. It combines the 3 dimensions of space and 1 dimension of time into a single 4-dimensional manifold. We live in 3-dimensional reality. That means we can render out a 2-dimensional plane or a 1-dimensional plane because we are 3-dimensional. 4-dimensional is above 3-dimensional. It does not exist. There's no such thing as 4 dimensions. What we see and observe in reality is that it's the limit to your dimensions, what you can observe. So when you come and make mathematics to have a dimension higher than reality, you are just having, how can I put this, a mental breakdown, if I put that in nice words. Space is just a concept of nothing. There's nothing there, and we all know that violates natural law. There cannot just be nothing. And time is a man-made concept. Let's take it like this. You have your time. You have a line, a timeline with a duration on that timeline. Can you ever go back on in time to that timeline? No, because it's a man-made concept. You have a time set here, you can have a duration of time on that, and you're literally just creating a timeline to have a reference based in history or something. But that doesn't mean you can go back in time. There's no such thing as going back in time or going forward in time. There is only the present. Every time I'm literally, this is going, this is time. You understand? It's going, and it's going, and it's going. Can I go back? Can I go back in the future? No. It's a man-made unit structure. You're giving a unit structure to how can I put it? To describe something. You are giving a control to know how to describe a duration on that timeline. It's fake, people. You cannot, time cannot do anything, and space cannot do anything. It's not physical. You cannot have physical substance from something that's not physical. Hence, space-time is fake. So your gravity is based on bending space-time, so your gravity does not exist. Hence why they have to push it to 4th dimension, which is non-observable. So when you come and say you have science proving 4th dimension, you are cuckoo. Got it? Because you actually have to observe it to have it. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I'm glad I made sense to you guys. I agree, Rachie. Time isn't even a dimension. Gravity is a natural law. Sean Hawkins, gravity is not any law. You guys call it the gravitational law because you need it to explain why things fall down. But that does not make it natural law. That just means it's pushed into your narrative of being a natural law. Gravity doesn't even exist. It's never existed and it will never exist. Hence why you keep on having to change it, because it keeps on having loopholes bigger than the Mariana Trench. Dot, good to see you. Thanks for coming. It's me again. Thank you. It's me again. Please talk about why does gravity not suck down the rain clouds? Oh, that's very easy actually. First of all, gravity doesn't suck. Gravity doesn't exist, so it can't do anything. It's not a force. And clouds is simply just water vapor. Yeah. With electrostatic potentials. That's about it. That's what a cloud is. So it's holding the water vapor with dust molecules, and as soon as it gets too dense, it starts to rain. It's actually got absolutely bugger all to do with gravity. Coral Apple, back from space again. How was the ISS? Oh, it was brilliant, Coral. They let me go and even clean the cupola windows and stuff. We had a little problem though. There was a hole in the one on one of the module captives holds, and I literally had to go and I had to duct tape it closed. If I didn't have that duct tape, it would have all died. It was crazy. The duct tape literally saved our lives on the ISS. So thank you. Yeah, it was great. I definitely want to go up again. They said I can actually go sometime again, and I can actually give a lecture up in the ISS. So hopefully planning that soon. Thank you, dude, for subbing. I really do appreciate it. Hope you do enjoy the content. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a channel. So I do really appreciate all you guys. I am here for you guys at the end of the day. And yes, once again, thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys. You guys rock. You are supporting me, and thank you for everybody that's already sent me all the super chats and stuff. I don't know if I've missed any super chats. I don't think so. Oh wait, I did miss a super chat. Face Reality, thank you, $4 super chat. Really good. Thank you for the cup of coffee. You really are awesome. Sorry I missed it earlier because I didn't see it, but you guys rock. Thank you very much, Face Reality, again. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Jabalik, good to see you. Thank you, Face Reality, again. I didn't see your super chat. Sorry about that. I did see it now. I wish I could give you a cup of coffee back. Sean don't like ankle bracelet. No, Sean. Why is everybody saying Sean has an ankle bracelet on? Is he under house arrest or something? What happened? Force wax on, wax off. All the maths surrounding gravity. What's Sean saying? All the maths surrounding gravity work in particular. What in practical application? Sean. Gravity doesn't exist. Hey, not one. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Glad you could laugh, M Stone. Yes, it's good if someone can laugh about it. But anyway, Sean, like I was saying, just because you have an equation that explains relationships of observed reality doesn't make what you think the cause is reality. Understand? Remember, you guys say science doesn't prove things. So next time you come and tell me gravity proves everything, you're just being, dishonest. T Brown, thank you for the super chat. I'm not ace. Do try my best to just do what you guys want. You ace, dude. Thank you, T Brown. I really do appreciate it. Things fall down, Sean Hawkins. Yes, and we've explained this many times because things are denser than the air around it. Let's put it again. If I pick up this mouse, I imparted energy into picking it up. It is denser than the air around it. Why do you think it has to carry on going up if it takes more energy to make it go up? Not that way. It's denser than the air because it is denser. It's got more substance. The gas is hitting all over. It's causing a pressure on my hand. Understand? The gas is causing a pressure on it too. Now, when I picked it up, I exerted an energy. I put work into the system. That work in the system has to be released. So when I let it go, it falls because it's denser. Understand? And this is why with my equation I put some electrostatic potential into it, because everything actually has electrostatic potential to it. But that's just the release of energy as I put it. So I'm not going to say it's dielectric acceleration. It's simply just the release of the energy so it can go down. Yeah, lumpy gas. Who still believes in gravity? Only guys like Sean, who simply doesn't have the fundamentals to understand what's going on. No, T-Brown isn't Riley, guys. I don't know where they come on that. Sleeping Warrior is not T-Brown, guys, please. Okay? It only takes more energy because of the gravitational field it's in. No, Jabalik, there's no such thing as a gravitational field. We have magnetic fields and everything, but no such thing as a gravitational field. Not everything has an electrostatic potential. Jabalik, actually everything has electrostatic potential. Even a magnetic field has electrostatic potential because that's how it is. Are you trying to tell me that a piece of plastic, or how about a rock, doesn't have the potential to work when adding an electrostatic field to it? Now the problem with when it comes to electrostatics, you actually have to induce the field. That's one thing that I'm trying to get through to Whitsitt and them. You have to induce the field. If you're not inducing it, it's not electrostatic. That's why it's got electrostatic potential. So when I pick it up, I put electrostatic potential into it. I've actually induced a field now. I've induced energy to make it fall. I don't understand, T-Brown, why they're claiming you as Riley the whole time. It's just, I think it's just their way of trying to get, I don't know, obfuscate stuff. Face reality. Gravity is no different than the force on Star Wars science. Exactly. There's no such thing as gravity. It's like, may the force be with you. I still enjoy Star Wars though, if anybody's wanting to know. Yes, flat earthers do enjoy science fiction. That's the biggest pile of hogwash I've ever heard. Yes, Sean. Yes, you hear so much hogwash all the time. Oh, wow. So, can't believe the time already. 22:10. Okay, still got 20 minutes. You do not add electrostatic potential by moving something. Pseudoscience. Okay. Let's see. Jabalik, if I have to take a balloon and I rub it around against my head, I'm adding static to it. Correct? It's adding a static electric potential to it. Am I not? Because I'm changing the frequency of the electrons moving. Did I not impart a field into it? Ha ha ha. Something that's much more provable than your black hole theory and your black dark matter and all that quantum foam and rubbish that you guys all spew around. Rubbing your head is not just picking up. Show. Okay. No, Sean Hawkins, rubbing in your head is definitely not just picking up. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to explain it to you as you're creating energy by picking it up. You're imparting energy into the system. You understand? You're giving it work. You're giving it energy to work. So when you pick it up, you're giving it energy to work. I'm just saying electric potential because electrostatic potential because it's just a way of bringing the Glowbusters theory for dielectrics and relative density together. That's all. Just to bring it together so people can stop fighting and having fighting the whole time. It's simply that's the reason, okay? No such thing as gravity, sorry. You made the claim that picking it up. Yes, I picked it up. Is reality. What's going to happen when I let it go, Sean? It's going to fall because I put energy into its system. You guys saying why is it not carrying and going up if the air above it is less dense than underneath? Simple. Because it takes more energy to make it lift more up. More energy. Understand? If you've already imparted the energy into the system, why would you think it had need to go more up? It would require more energy to go up. So when I let it go, it releases that potential energy, becomes kinetic energy, and it drops. It's denser than the air around it. The air cannot support it. Very, very simple. That's very simple stuff. I don't know how much more I can explain it to you. That's why I put that like I said, that's why I made that equation. It was just simply to bring the dielectrics together with the relative density so people can stop having infighting about it. Okay? It was a joke. Yeah. But the funny thing is that joke of an equation still works though, because it shows what we observe in reality. Only difference is where you guys say gravity, potential energy is caused by gravity, I say it's caused by the static potential. Yeah. How long will your mouse be in the air if you drop it from 3 meters up? I don't know. Should we test it? It accelerates between about 9 meters per second squared, second per second. Hi Culture Cats, good to see you guys. Everybody, Cats is in the house. So Cats, would you be kind enough to tell everybody if you're going to put that statement in your textbook? Without the balloon there can be no pressure. That's a simple yes or no. I think this is the 15th time I've asked you this question. Let's see if you'll be actually honest enough to answer me. Because yes everybody, Conspiracy Cats is bringing out a textbook. And in this textbook he says he's going to be coming with a lot of misconceptions and things. So I asked him, will he be actually bringing up his statement about the balloon and pressure? He seems to be ignoring that all the time. Yeah, maybe I can find it again. This is quite interesting. Let's see. You guys can see my screen. The electric potential, also called the electric field potential, potential drop. The electrostatic potential is defined as the amount of work energy needed to move a unit of electric charge from a reference point to a specific point in an electric field. So you have to induce the field, in other words. That's what I'm trying to explain to Witsit. You're inducing a field. Doesn't mean it's actually there. It might be there, but you still have to induce it to actually create it. Again, when I was saying this for my equation, it was simply just to bring the dielectrics together with relative density. It doesn't literally mean it is that, okay? It was to bring it together. Make it very clear. Yeah, I would also like to read his textbook. I don't. He just said that his textbook is unfortunately hush hush and very. What was your words again, Cats? It's under the table. I don't know. But anyway, it's not local. I don't know. You just don't want to have it public You don't want your textbook to be public, but you want to put in there how everything is misrepresented and misconceptions and stuff. So again, Cats, will you be putting your statement about gas pressure requires containment or not? Because you simply did say that. We just saw it on the stream again. So how does the definition apply to naturally charged objects? How can he substitute gravity? How can he explain protons and electrons being pulled in opposite direction? Culture Cats, it's very simple. There's a so-called field. As you go up, you can measure this field. It changes 100 volts in altitude as you go up, and that changes the electrostatic potential. This is a measurable thing, so yeah. But like I'm saying, the equation was just simply to bring relative density and the electrostatic dielectrics, or whatever they call it, together, so the people can stop fighting and saying this and that and this and that. It was a way to bring his electrostatic potential to give he so-called a little bit of bias down to relative density. But we all know relative density works even without it because it's simply just pressure. That is the force. It's the pressure. Relative density disequilibrium has a force to it. Your gravity does not. Yes, space-time is a concept. It doesn't need replacing. Exactly. Why should we replace something that was never proven to be in the first place? Why must we go and, how can I put it, replace something that never existed to replace? At Floatzo, but you know, protons and electrons move in opposite directions in an electric field, don't you? Is protons, have you ever seen a proton or electron before, Culture Cats? I know everything is based on that, but is it a proven? Is the atomic, how can I put it, model proven? I thought science doesn't prove things. And what science was done for the atomic model anyway, Culture Cats? Yeah. Anyway, I'm just waffling on here because I am kind of tired. Let's see. Again, thank you, T Brown, for your super chat. You really do rock, and thank you for what is his name? I've lost your super chat. Sorry, dude. Face Reality, I think it was Face Reality. Thank you again for your super chat. Really do appreciate it. Thank you guys, you rock. Yes, electrons are cathode rays. I did show cathode rays. I actually got videos of this on my channel, Culture Cats, if you really want to go and look at it. Call Bob, call gyroscope for Bob. Bob's gyroscope, that is why they want to call it, they picked up the ether, but everybody has their own opinion on it. What did it pick up? Definitely not Earth to Earth, because it did pick up different values as it went up in altitude. So what it picks up, that's just speculation. Face Reality, yeah. It's funny how Newtonian and Einstein never be in the space but get the most credit about it. Very true. But then again, the globe defenders want to tell us, have you got a physics degree? How can you talk about something if you don't have a degree? Is all the physicists wrong? Is string theory wrong? Yes, it's wrong. We're telling you it's wrong by using your own model against you. That's how it works. We take your narrative and we explain why it's wrong. Alpha particles and electrons move in diffraction and electric fields. You can cloud chamber to demo it. Again, electrons and particles and things are all just construct. Yes, you can use that construct to design things that we're doing, which is great, but does it prove an electron? I think not, Culture Cats, and you would agree, because it is just a theory construct built on the belief of an electron. You can use those charged electrons, you can use the belief of it to actually make things, but is it actually going to prove that it exists? No. Simple as that. I mean, same with quantum mechanics. A lot of things today is based on quantum mechanics. It's as simple as that. But does it actually prove quantum mechanics? How much things rely on the explanation of general relativity today, even though general relativity has been shown bunk? But does it ever prove general relativity? No, it hasn't. So, very, very true. Okay, Culture Cats, was good to see you here. I'm still waiting for you to answer me though. Everything is a wave according to quantum mechanics. What's it wave? Must be waving something. If you think about it, quantum mechanics actually has to require to have the ether then. If they say everything is a wave, it's as simple as that. But can this wave be physical? No. I want to actually get hold of Witzer because I have a few things I want to ask him about the debate that him and Corin B had with that Amy and Tyler guy. Because some of the things he was saying was a bit of contradictory to his own argument about the ether. So, Witzer, again, I really do respect your belief in everything, and I just want to have an understanding on it. So if you would, would be great if you can get hold of me sometime so we can talk about it. Because one of the things I did find out that you said on that debate was you are going against Tyler because you're saying you cannot get physicality from something that's not physical, but that's exactly what you want to happen with your ether. So I just have to get a few things clarified. So if you can, please do get back to me on that. So anyway, I think it's time to go. 0 point energy is the claim, could maybe be ether. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what the ether really is because I'm still getting different arguments on what people think it is. I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to what is your opinion and belief on what the ether could be. Like I said, when I did get into Flat Earth 7-8 years ago, it was the first thing I hopped onto. It was my way of replacing gravity. I saw the ether that way as the waters above the firmament. But like I said, the more you actually go and do the research, the more you get to find you get to a dead end. So yeah, there's a lot of things that don't make sense in reality, and that's one of the things that didn't make sense to me. I came to a dead end, and that was where I decided, yeah. Sorry, I think you're still figuring out a lot. That's what we all... Exactly, Ghost Skull. That's how it goes. Every day we have to figure things out. That's what logical thinking does. No one's going to just say they know everything one day. You actually carry on doing deductive reasoning. You carry on going and looking through. Yes, and I wonder why it's a dead end, because to me it is a dead end because I couldn't get any further. It didn't have any substance for me anymore. That's where I think it's coming to the point, like with Witsit and them, where it's got to that point that they require physicality to come from nothing. And that's the same dead end I hit that time. That's how when I was trying to bring up diamagnetism when I was on Glowbusters, they didn't like it, because diamagnetism actually debunks their whole ether. But yes, I respect them. They can have that belief if they want to. 100%. I'm not going to fight them about it or anything, and I have no hard feelings about them if they want to believe it. And I'm sure they also don't want to fight me about it, because, hey, we all have different opinions, all different people, and that's how it goes. Ether seems to be a religion. A belief is a spirit word doing things, but it can't be pretty exactly. It's the same. That's why when they come and they, I don't know if you have realized, when they talk about the ether, most of the guys are saying, some you get the half that says yes, it's scientifically proven, and you get the half that says it cannot be scientifically proven. But they're going to agree with each other on the same end because they're trying to get the ether to be proven. So, is it proven scientifically, or can it not be proven scientifically? Then you get science doesn't prove things, and then you get when they want to, on the other hand, say it does prove things. It just contradicts itself all the time. The only thing I say science does prove is hypothesis. Like I was trying to explain to them, you can have an hypothesis and you can prove your hypothesis. That's about all you can prove. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something quickly, because I actually wrote something today for QE, just to give it, to explain. Let's see, where is it? Ooh, it's just gonna be easy if I read it out instead of trying to think of it all over again. Sorry, still looking. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm saying I can create an hypothesis to prove it, okay? How do I say I can prove hypothesis? Because I can validate my hypothesis. This means I've actually proven that hypothesis. Does that mean there's not another cause for the same observed phenomena? No, of course there can be. Let's say I make my hypothesis. If I put my hand over a lit candle, it will burn my hand. So I've got an IV, it's a lit candle, the flame. The DV, I observe my hand burning. The null, I'd stick my hand over the candle, over the lit flame, and my hand will not burn. The test comes, I did stick my hand over the flame, my hand burned. So therefore, I validated my hypothesis that the flame burnt my hand. I proved my hypothesis, okay? Because I validated it. Now, I can have another hypothesis for the same phenomena. So this one would be the flame energy burns my hand. So it's the intensity of the flame that burns my hand. So if I stick my hand over it, the IV is probably going to be the flame's intensity, and the DV is my hand burning. It's the same phenomena observed. So if I change the intensity and my hand burns, therefore I have proved my hypothesis once again. Does it now invalidate the previous hypothesis? No, it doesn't. That hypothesis was validated. It was proven. I proved if I stick my hand in front of the flame, it will burn my hand. Just like this, if I change the intensity of the flame, it will burn my hand. Same effect, different cause. Both hypotheses validated, both hypotheses proven. So that's what I said. It's the only thing science does prove, because it's empirical. It has no care on what your religious views on it is. It's got no care on if you think Sonny ate it or he ate it or whatever. That is the point. And that's my opinion on it. Science proves things. The only thing it proves is your hypothesis. Because I have disproved the null, and I have validated, aka proved, my hypothesis. So yes, to disprove something, the antithesis is to prove. You cannot have one without the other. You disprove the one, you prove the other. So when you state it only disproves, the antithesis is it proves something. So it proved my hypothesis and disproved the null. This is one thing that pseudoscientists do not get today. That's why you get so much citations and things saying it does not prove things. But we can get citations that say it does prove things as well. But I don't really care about what consensus says, because science is not consensus. It's not, I think it's objective or subjective. It's not objective. It's subjective. I think that's what it is, yeah, subjective. I keep on getting confused with that. Subjective. Based on influence by person. Okay, now that it's objective. Based on mainly opinions, feelings, rather than facts. Okay, yeah. Science is objective, people. Sorry, not subjective. So, yeah. Corrected myself there. That's about it. Okay, I think it's time to say goodbye. It's 10 o'clock. I'm definitely going to have a stream tomorrow night again. If you guys have any ideas on what you want to talk about tomorrow night, please do leave a comment below in the description box, and then we can have a chat tomorrow. Remember, it is Discord Wednesday, so hopefully you guys can join in on the chat tomorrow. I wonder how many people will be saying flat order is wrong if I boot all of the socks. Michael can't exactly. There's so much sock accounts, I don't know. But thank you again, everybody, for joining. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Michael Khan, for your help, dude, with everything. Yeah, so see you guys all tomorrow night. Again, 8 o'clock, Central African time. Please help me think of a topic to discuss. And yeah, like I said, no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm just like everyone else. I'm inquiring on reality. We take it as it is with day and day. Heck, you can be wrong about things, you can be right about things. So, we're all human. Thank you for coming. Till next time. God bless.